All right, hello. I'm going to open the hearing now. Let the record show that the time is 6:05 p.m. and the public hearing is now officially open. Note that we will be recording this hearing. Also, we are sharing a screen with Spanish and Portuguese and the email address for submittal of comments. This hearing is for the renewal of the New Jersey Pollutant Discharge Elimination System, discharge to surface water, combined sewer overflow permits for the Passaic Valley Sewerage Commission, or PVSC, the City of Bayonne, the Borough of East Newark, the Town of Harrison, Jersey City Municipal Utilities Authority, the Town of Kearney, the City of Newark, North Bergen Utilities Authority, and the City of Paterson. We use the acronym NJPDES in referring to the New Jersey Pollutant Discharge Elimination System program. My name is Joe Manick, and I am the hearing officer, and I am a section chief in the Bureau of Surface Water and Pretreatment Permitting within the Division of Water Quality at the New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection, otherwise referred to as the Department or NJDEP. Dwayne Kobeski is a supervisor in the Bureau and will be providing an overview of the permits. Also here today are many NJDEP personnel, including Susan Rosenwinkel, Director of the Division of Water Quality, Brett Callanan, Chief of the Bureau of Surface Water and Pretreatment Permitting, and others who are part of the CSO program or part of other NJDEP programs. I will now be providing some general info about the public hearing process, which will take a few minutes. As established in the NJPDES regulations of the New Jersey Administrative Code, at NJAC 7:14a, subchapter 15. This is a non-adversarial public hearing, which means that the NJDEP is here to listen and to take testimony as part of our regulatory process. The purpose of this hearing is to provide the interested public, including the affected communities, with an opportunity to be heard on these proposed draft permit actions. The NJDEP will be accepting verbal and written statements today. Please note that verbal and written statements have equal weight. So if someone is not comfortable speaking and has written statement prepared, they can submit it electronically where it will receive equal weight with verbal testimony. The email address for written comments is presented on screen and is dwq_bswp@dep.nj.gov. We will now add the address to the chat. The purpose of this hearing is to receive your comments and concerns. The NJDEP will respond to all significant and relevant comments, both verbal and written, in a response to comments document, which will be used as part of the final NJPDES permit decisions. The permittees and each person who has submitted comments will receive an electronic copy of the final decision document, provided you give us your email address. We will also provide a copy to anyone else who requests it, whether or not you submitted comments. Please be sure to leave your email address in the chat or send it to dwq_bswp@dep.nj.gov if you want to receive a copy. Please note that the public comment period will end at 11:59 p.m. on May 14th, 2025. If you would like to provide verbal comments today, please put your name, organization, and email address in the chat, and I will call your name when it is your turn. When I call you, please clearly state and spell your first and last name for the record. We will have a court reporter assigned to transcribe the recorded testimony. If speakers are speaking on behalf of a particular organization, we ask that you identify that organization. We want to hear from everybody, and we want to give everybody here the chance to speak. In view of time limitations, I'm asking each speaker to limit their testimony to 5 minutes. Individual speakers may only testify once until we hear from every person who is here and wishes to give testimony. If time permits and there's an opportunity at the end of the hearing, and a person wants to testify for a second time, we'll do our best to accommodate you. We are asking that all speakers and members of the audience respect the right of each person to be heard and refrain from any behavior that would interfere with the presentation of testimony. This hearing will end at the close of testimony or at 8 p.m., whichever occurs first. Dwayne?
Hello, my name is Dwayne Kobeski, and I'm a supervisor in the Bureau of Surface Water and Pretreatment Permitting. I'd like to give you some background on the subject of today's hearing, the renewal of the Nijimpty surface water and combined sewer overflow permits for the Passaic Valley Sewerage Commission, or PVSC, and 8 CSO communities, namely the City of Bayonne, the Borough of East Newark, the Town of Harrison, Jersey City Municipal Utilities Authority, the Town of Kearney, the City of Newark, North Bergen Municipal Utilities Authority, and the City of Paterson. These permits were issued draft on March 10th, 2025. All permits are posted on the NJDEP's Division of Water Quality CSO website. Combined sewer overflows, or CSOs, are discharges from combined sewer systems, or CSSs. CSSs are sewers that were designed many decades ago to collect rainwater and snowmelt runoff, domestic sewage, and industrial wastewater in the same pipe. CSSs are no longer permitted in New Jersey for new communities, but many older cities in the state continue to operate existing CSSs. PVSC and the 8 CSO communities mentioned earlier own portions of the hydraulically connected combined sewer system, which flows to the PVSC. These permit renewals serve to assess compliance with the federal CSO control policy and New Jersey state regulations. PVSC provides wastewater treatment and transportation services for wastewater collected in an approximately 150 square miles service area, which serves about 1.5 million people in 48 municipalities within Bergen, Hudson, Essex, Passaic, and Union counties. The wastewater treatment plant owned and operated by PVSC is designed to treat an annual average of 330 million gallons per day and discharge into the Upper New York Harbor and Upper Newark Bay. In addition, PVSC owns, operates, and maintains parts of the system that conveys wastewater to the treatment plant. During periods of wet weather, the plant is protected from excess flows of untreated sewage and stormwater by discharging through the combined sewer overflow outfalls. Of the 48 municipalities served by PVSC, 8 have CSSs which are hydraulically connected to PVSC. 5 of the 8 CSO communities, including the Borough of East Newark, the Town of Harrison, the Town of Kearney, the City of Newark, and the City of Paterson, convey wastewater to PVSC through the main interceptor. While 3 of the 8, including the City of Bayonne, Jersey City Municipal Utilities Authority, the North Bergen Municipal Utilities Authority, pump directly to PVSC through the Hudson County force main. Separate Nijimpty's permits are being issued to PVSC and the 8 municipalities. The CSO long-term control plan, as submitted cooperatively by PVSC and the 8 municipalities, includes projects and timelines that will reduce discharges from CSO outfalls in these municipalities, based upon the presumption approach consistent with the federal CSO control policy and New Jersey state regulations. As stated in the draft permits and in accordance with NJAC 7:14A, 15.10, and 15.14, the comment period will end on May 14th, 2025 at 11:59 p.m.
All right, thank you, Dwayne, and we can begin receiving testimony. I don't see any names listed in the chat. If you would like to comment, please put your first and last name and your affiliation and your email address, and I will call you when it's your turn. Oh, I see Michael Witt. Please go ahead. And put your email address in too, please, when you get a chance.
I will do that. Sorry about that. And good evening, everyone. My name is Mike Witt. I'm the General Counsel for the Passaic Valley Sewage Commission, and wanted to comment tonight just to give the department some preliminary comments and let you all know that PVSC and the 8 municipalities will be submitting extensive written comments on this. But just wanted to come on tonight and say a couple things. First of all, we want to thank the department for the hard work that went into this draft. It's been a long road that we've all traveled together, but we sincerely appreciate the department's commitment to this draft and their commitment to combined sewer overflows and reducing those flows in the best way possible. This is an ambitious permit, and there are a lot of projects that go along with it. There are some projects that have already been started by some of the members. PVSC, for example, has already started installing its alternative wet weather treatment facilities. Town of Kearney has already started separating sewers. Town of North Bergen has already started building wet weather storage tanks. But there's a long way to go on this permit. And one of the things that we have consistently brought up, and I'm going to bring up again tonight, and we will bring up again in the written comments as well, is affordability. This is a massive, massive project. These will be some of the largest capital improvement projects that the municipalities and PVSC have ever undertaken. Accordingly, affordability is key to this whole plan, because the people who live and use PVSC and people who live in our member municipalities are the ones who are going to have to pay for this bill. The financial capability analyses on which the long-term control plan were submitted to DEP in October of 2019, pre-COVID, pre-everything else in the world that has happened since COVID. That is an issue that is going to have to be tackled by the department. Sources of funding are going to have to be identified. And again, we've had many conversations with the department and with the state in general about this. There's going to come a time very quickly where we're going to need a firm game plan that all of us need to come up with. And it's going to have to be a game plan that goes beyond vague assurances that there will be funding or there will be support for funding. We need the actual plan at this point. And so, like I said, with that, again, we are excited to be started on this project. New Jersey is one of the last states in the country to tackle CSOs and long-term control planning. And this is a solid project going forward for any number of reasons. And again, we will be submitting written comments to you. And I just wanted to again express our appreciation to the department for holding these hearings, for the hard work that's gone into this. And you've been there every step of the way with the municipalities and with PVSC in the planning of this, and we appreciate that. And thank you.
All right, thank you for your comment. I don't see anyone else who has placed their name in the chat, so we'll just hold off for a little bit and wait until someone else puts their name in, or maybe someone else logs on as well. All right, it's 6:20. If I just wanted to announce, if anyone would like to make any comments, please put your name, affiliation, and email address in the chat. I don't think anyone's joined since, but if you have and you want to, please put your information in the chat and then I'll call on you. Um, I'm going to leave it for another 5 minutes. We'll just wait till 6:25 and I'll check back in then. All right, it's 6:25. I haven't noticed anyone joining us, and I don't see any additional names in the chat. So I think one more time We're going to wait a little bit, maybe till 6:30, and perhaps then, if no one's interested in testimony, we'll close the public hearing at that time. All right. Since we have only had one comment, we've given it about 20 minutes, and no one else has commented and no one else has joined since the beginning. I'm going to, at this point, close the public hearing. Thank you all for coming and thank you for the testimony. Have a good evening.